guy. Uh, I'm the dude. Actually. Hi. Oh, that is way too loud. I don't know if I had this in the right one. Okay, hello. So, I'm the guy. I'm the dude. I'm the person that made the YouTube videos that you've been watching. And, this is another one of them. Thank you for 100 subscribers or more. It's kind of been amazing. And I'm very happy that I've reached the spot that I'm at. And, you're gonna probably hear me better on the phone speaker, very distant with that quality, than you are over here. You're also probably noticing that over here to the right in my studio, you hear an AC unit. That's because it's loud down here and nothing ever works. So, that's fine. We'll move along. This is a microphone that I use for recording that's over here, and, that's that's kind of how this works. So, in today's video, I'm going to be showing off my music collection. I make a lot of music myself, and I thought what would be a better thing to do than to show you all my music that I personally have purchased. Whether it be other people's music or things that I've maybe made. So I'm going to just show some of these up to the camera, and then I'll go through this video and pick out whatever I thought was best.
So I guess the first thing I should probably show you guys is the room itself. So this is where I keep all of my vinyl records and my CDs and other little knickknacks that I just think are nice for the studio. Over here I have a drum pad that I use more for practice than I do for actual recording, as I do a lot of that in the digital audio workspace. And these are my amps. I wish my camera would focus better. Over here's my desk. I have my laptop and my all that stuff. A guitar case. It's pretty basic overall. And then you go over here and I have my vinyl player, or my turntable, sorry, and then my CD player, another amp, Ethernet box there, and I have a audio interface, a keyboard with the drums on it, I have a disc burner, and then I have little vinyl coasters for drinks in here because I think they're cool. And over here we have my first ever acoustic guitar, proper one at least, a cajon drum, and back there I actually have a Japanese shamisen and a ukulele. So I have both of those instruments kind of at my disposal, but I'm not great at either of them. So I guess moving on to actual instruments other than those two, this is a miniature acoustic guitar. I got this when I was really little, and it's not amazing, like it's not really playable, but you know, it got me by. Alright, so moving on, over here, I'm not going to get each of them out, but I have my acoustic guitar that I use for all of my current music. And anything from about 2 years ago was used was done with the black one there. But this one here has got me through most of my recent EPs with anything done acoustically. It's also electric, so I'm able to do a lot of really cool stuff with that. This is a Jackson AP Concept that is, I believe I got that right, that is older than I am. This is a hand-me-down, and it has also got me through a lot of my earlier recordings. This here is a Jackson bass guitar that has also helped me in a lot of recordings. I know that my song Nausea was one of the bass-heavy songs that I've done, and it did require a bass, and that was the bass I used. Over here, I've got a Strat, like, mock-up. It's not a real Stratocaster, but it's got the shape of it, so I guess you can call it a Strat. It's my other electric guitar. I've used it in a few songs. I kind of switch between the two. And this one over here is an acoustic bass guitar. It's also electric. There's not really much to say about it. It's just kind of an acoustic bass, but that's all of my my guitars. So moving on, over here I have a piano, and I have a phone stand there because I record with my phone to the piano, and I know I could probably directly record with audio jacks, but I don't want to do that. I use the phone, and it's just a piano. I have E marked over there so I can kind of just work my way to whatever notes I need to get to, because I'm a little rusty. I don't play the piano as much as I should. But I have a calendar in here. I'm a Christian, so I have this stuff in here. I have just general stuff. There's googly eyes on it, because why not? And I have lists of chords and other things I can use whenever I'm playing. And I guess, just to avoid showing some of these, I'm gonna just kind of explain a few of them right here, right up with the thing. So, I used to be huge into MCYT, not as much anymore, but I do have, the From Studio 4 that Lovejoy put out. I have Transmissions by Starset, which I will mention is literally my favorite album of all time. It is aged decently, and the songs in it used to be very popular in a lot of like just cringy AMV stuff, but I've kind of grown with that album, and that's why I love it so much. And over here, I've got all 3 of the awesome mixes from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I've got a Bruno Mars album there. And I do have one of my favorite things that that my girlfriend actually got for me that makes me very happy is that I have Nevermind by Nirvana, but I don't think I can show that on here, or at the very least I don't want to risk it. But yeah, I have that on vinyl as well. So feel free to zoom in on those, look at what all I got, and that's all I really got for my vinyl collection. Okay, so up here is where we get to the crazy stuff. So this is a custom CD I made of my band's first EP. I made it just as something to kind of have, and it reminds me of those first few days that we spent just working on stuff and getting that thing out, and that is a core memory that I will always carry. It's not burned properly, so it won't play on most players, but I still have it because I can't edit the disc, and I'm not gonna ever really sell that until I have the reason to. I have just a little Mentos bottle to fill my things with. That rock glows in the dark. I just have a bunch of little things in here that just personal stuff to me that I just keep up to make the room look nice. Okay, so I'm gonna speed run CDs real quick. So, Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses, but I'm not gonna be one of those teenagers from Gen Z that's like, oh, I love this band that I was not even born remotely in the same time as, and I'm not gonna call myself like a super fan or anything. But I do have one of those greatest hits, best of kind of collections for both Guns N' Roses and Nirvana. I enjoy both of these bands, but I know the stigma around Gen Z people and just being like, oh, I'm a huge fan of this band, and you don't know everything, you just know the hits, and I'm guilty of that. That's why I only have those 2 greatest hits CDs, because that's the kind of fan I am. I have Awesome Mix Volume 1, which I already have on vinyl right there, but I got this before I got the vinyl, so I unfortunately had to get a duplicate, which I only get like an album on like one of the 2, either CD or vinyl. I don't buy them again. This here, Two Door Cinema Club is one of my favorite groups of all time, and their album Tourist History is single-handedly one of my favorite things of all time. It is just incredible, and my girlfriend got me this for Christmas, and it was such an amazing gift. And if you're watching this, thank you so much. I love you. But this will go over here. I'm gonna put this over here. I enjoy Five Finger Death Punch a lot, and they're one of my favorite rock groups. And I found A Decade of Destruction at Walmart, and I snatched it. And I enjoyed this album. This is a very just solid album. A lot of their best songs are on this, in my opinion. And I mentioned that I was in MCYT, and I know James Marriott isn't in MCYT really, but that whole kind of group, a lot of like Wilbur Soot fans would have James be around. Like, he's around that group of people. And when Are We There Yet came out, I ordered this overseas, and I paid a lot of money to get it to the US, and I'm happy with it. I'm glad that I have this. So that's all of my CDs.